What's up, guys? It's the Warrior COTP right here, back with another My DVD Collection, part 31. Today, we'll be doing some collections of different movies. So, let's get it started. First off, we got Ocean's 11 with George Clooney, Matt Damon, Andy Garcia, Brad Pitt, and Julia Roberts. Now, most of these movies are from Goodwill and Second Avenue. I would say a majority of these movies were from Goodwill, or actually, I mean Second Avenue. But some of these movies might have been from eBay too, but I don't think too many, because we've had these for a while, and I didn't really start getting movies off eBay till like 2 years ago. So I'll put this up so you guys can read it if you want. And if you're new to the channel and it's the first time you're watching a video, I put this up here so you guys can read it. But I always tell people, best thing to do, if a movie looks interesting to you, look for the trailer on YouTube. But you must remember, trailers don't always give justice to a movie of how good it is. So next we got Ocean's 12. And this is also with George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Andy Garcia, Bernie Mac, Don Cheadle, and Julia Roberts. Now, these movies are definitely top-notch movies. They are definitely a heist movie, or heist movies, if you've never watched them before. Pretty good though, pretty witty. Next, we have Ocean's 13. And this has George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Andy Garcia, Don Cheadle, Bernie Mac, Ellen Barkin, and Al Pacino. So I always add a little bit, switch up some too on these movies. Next, we have Clerks. Now, this is kind of a movie that not a lot of people know about. It's a very funny movie. This movie's actually in like black and white, this first one. But it's more like a rich black and white film. The picture looks a little bit better than your average old black and white film. But it's a pretty cool, funny movie. It basically shows the stuff that like clerks put up with, like in mini marts and stuff. Pretty old movie. Next is Clerks 2. This is also a pretty good movie. And, you got Jay and Silent Bob in these before they started making their own movies and stuff. Which these are all, from my understanding, are the same maker. So they all have like the same, I guess you could say, like relevance. And I'm pretty sure he's the guy that makes them. Silent Bob, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong though. Next, we got Rocky with Sylvester Stallone. It's a classic. I actually met somebody today that never heard of the Rocky movies or the Rambo movies. And the person's 23. So it's pretty crazy to think that these have become movies that people have not heard of. But I'm not surprised if you didn't grow up somebody showing you these. you wouldn't necessarily know the movie, because it's not like it's something new. Next, we got Sylvester Stallone in Rocky 2. This movie, so Rocky 1 is a great, awesome movie. I would say Rocky 2 is a great and awesome movie. You know, I believe all the trilogies of Rockies are pretty awesome. Then you got Rocky 3. Oh yeah, and he fought Carl Weathers. He just died recently, and he definitely should get a mention. He was in the Rocky 1, 2, and he died in the 4th one. Well, in the movie, Carl Weathers did, but he ends up fighting Clubber Lang in Rocky 3. And that's definitely a really good Rocky, and that's with Mr. T. And the Russian that kills off Apollo Creed in the movie, which is played by Carl Weathers, is Dolph Lundgren. He plays a Russian, and then yeah, Rocky has to fight him. Next, we got Sylvester Stallone in Rocky 5. And Tommy Morrison, the heavyweight champion, was in this movie. Which he's dead in real life. But he ends up, his name in this is Tommy Morrison. Or Tommy Gunn, I'm sorry. But he ends up having to fight him. He like trains him. And then at the end, he has to fight him. It's like a, more or less like a bare knuckle match. It's a good movie though. I know that's probably the considered the weakest out of them all, but I think it's a good movie. Next, we got Sylvester Stallone and Rocky Balboa. Now, this was made, I think, in early 2000s, like 2006. So Sylvester Stallone right now is, I think, in around his mid-50s, pushing to later 50s. I think he's in his mid-50s, but so yeah, he was relatively old in this movie in 2006. And anybody that knows Sylvester Stallone's movie, he also did another boxing movie called The Grudge Match, where it's basically two has-been or old boxers, and basically Robert De Niro is talking crap to him, and they end up fighting. And if anybody knows Robert De Niro's movie history, he played a boxer in The Raging Bull back in the 70s, the late 70s. All right, so next we got the Ultimate Edition of Sylvester Stallone in First Blood. And this is my favorite movie of all time. I could watch this probably every day. I'm not saying I want to get tired of it, but I've watched it countless times, and I love this movie. I love the story. It's a great movie. The part at the end, he should have won a Oscar for. That's all I'm saying. His little speech. Next, we got Sylvester Stallone, First Blood Part 2. Now, this is a good sequel. It's not my least favorite in the trilogy, I will say that. Or it went past the trilogy. I'll talk about that. But this was definitely a good sequel. Do I think it's as good as the first one? No. But it's really good. Basically, Troutman gets him out of, I guess, military prison or wherever he was, and tells him, like, look, we need you on a mission. They're going to wipe the slate clean, but we need you. And he's supposed to go in and see if there's POWs. I ain't going to say more than that because I'm not trying to spoil it. But this is also a special edition DVD. And It's a pretty awesome movie. Next, we got Sylvester Stallone in Rambo 3, and this is also a special edition. This movie probably gets the most hate out of every Rambo that's ever been made. And I'll tell you why. It's parts in it are very unbelievable. It's basically kind of like a me against the world thing. You know, it's pretty crazy. And there's another part in the Rambo when he goes to Burma where I kind of felt that same vibe as in this one. But other than that, it is a fun movie. It's not horrible. You just got to remember it's a movie. That's all I'm going to say. Just remember it's a movie. Go into it. Don't take the movie so seriously. Just take it for what it is. And you'll enjoy it. Next, we got Sylvester Stallone in Rambo. This was made in the 2000s. So, I don't know how many years later. Probably like, 12 or 13 years later, he made this. And from the third one. And this movie is pretty good, too. He basically helps some missionaries going to Burma, and he's basically trying to tell them, like, look, this is a suicide mission. You're going to end up getting yourself killed. And he ain't trying to do it. And then, but they need a person that can get them through safe because they want to help the Burmese people that are Christians there. And let's just put it this way. It's an awesome movie. I loved it when it came out. It's definitely, and I'll do my order once I'm done all these, how I like all of them. Those are the missionaries. Next, we got the last one that was made, with Sylvester Stallone, Rambo Last Blood. Now, I would like to talk about the ending, but I'm not going to spoil nothing for no one. This movie, I would say, is my second favorite. So Rambo First Blood is my favorite, and this movie, Rambo Last Blood, is my second favorite. The action sequences in this was awesome. The story in this was awesome. He's just, Rambo, the best thing I can say about him, to sum him up, he's a one-man army. But yeah, this is awesome. And he basically fights the cartel in this, or a cartel. So I'm going to do, my favorite to last. So Rambo First Blood, like I said, is my favorite. Rambo Last Blood's my second favorite. Then I would say Rambo, the Burmese one's my third favorite, the early 2001. And then Rambo Last Blood Part 2 is my fourth favorite. And then my fifth favorite is Rambo 3. But like I said, Rambo 3 is a good movie. It's just kind of unbelievable at points and times of the movie. So that's what kind of takes it away. Next, we got my favorite Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movie of all time, Walking Tall. And I really like the Walking Tall movies in general, even from the 70s to here. And what was his name? The guy that played Hercules, I forgot his name, but he played one of the later Walking Talls too, which that was really good itself. I love that movie too. But yeah, Johnny Knoxville's in this movie too, and a couple other actors are in this. I'll run through the actors real quick so you can see. I forgot the guy's name, but he usually plays a bad guy. All right, so this is the second Walking Tall. that was made. And this is with, yeah, Kevin Sorbo. That's it. And this movie was really good, too. I like this movie a lot. Thought it was, I guess, good sequel. You know, it wasn't The Rock, but he's a good actor. Next, after that, we got The Fugitive with Harrison Ford. And if you haven't seen my earlier DVD collection videos, The Fugitive is a actual TV show that was from the late 50s to early 60s. And same guy's name, and same guy chasing them. And if I wasn't having a brain fart, I'd tell you those names. But this is a excellent TV series, one of my favorite black and white TV series of that era. And I'll tell you what, this movie, if you've never seen it with Harrison Ford, is just as good as the TV shows. It's an excellent movie. It's basically a doctor that is accused of killing his wife, and he is innocent. And he's trying to get to the bottom of it and find a one-armed man that he saw leave from his house that night. And, you know, he's trying to basically get his freedom. He's on the run from the law. Next, we got U.S. Marshals. And the reason why this is behind The Fugitive is because Tommy Lee Jones is Lieutenant Gerard. I remembered his name. And he's chasing Richard Kimball, which is Harrison Ford. Well, this movie has nothing to do with Richard Kimball, but this is basically, I guess, I forgot the word for it. I'm not going to say sequel, but a spin-off. Tommy Lee Jones plays Lieutenant Gerard in this. And it's basically a spin-off, and Wesley Snipes, Robert Downey Jr. is in it. And this is a awesome movie itself, too, if you've never seen it. So, is it better than The Fugitive? No, but it's a good movie. Next, we got Bourne Identity. This is with Matt Damon. This is good series of movies. If you've never seen them, definitely suggest watching them. Next, we have The Bourne Supremacy with Matt Damon. And people usually call these the Bourne movies, but then we got The Bourne Ultimatum with Matt Damon. Now, Matt Damon, he's one of those actors that can do serious roles, like drama roles, action roles, and even comedy roles. So he's definitely a pretty good actor. Next, Bourne Legacy. And this is with Jeremy Renner, Rachel Weisz, Edward Norton, Joanne Allen, and Albert Finney. And it says it's the best Bourne yet. Let me know your all's opinions. I haven't seen that one. Next, we got The Hobbit, the motion picture trilogy. So all the Hobbits are on this. The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug, The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. Next, we got Lord of the Rings and the Fellowship of the Ring. This is a good movie. Of course, I don't really have to say this. I'm sure a lot of people seen it and know this. It's a good series of movies. Next, we got The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Another good movie. These are basically a set of movies, if you've never seen Lord of the Rings. And there's also books to these. Then next we got Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Still part of the set of Lord of the Rings. Then I got Indiana Jones, which The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings all tie together, if you guys didn't know that. Next, we got Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now, I'm guessing these aren't going to be in order. So we're going to go, they're going to be backwards in this. Then we got The Last Crusade, Indiana Jones. And that has Sean Connery in it as his dad. That's probably my favorite Indiana Jones, just to be honest with you. Then we got Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Now, this is a real fun Indiana Jones, and that's the little kid from the Goonies. The booby trap guy. And yeah, so this is the second one that was ever made. This is definitely a good one. Like I said, it's probably the funnest album all, but my favorite's the third. And this is the first one, Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. So this is what started it all. Next, we have John Wick with Keanu Reeves. Now, I haven't seen this series too much, but I have seen at least all of these one time, and I do like this series a lot, so I got nothing bad to say about it. They're definitely solid movies, all of them that I've seen. It's one thing about them, they're solid. Next, we got Keanu Reeves and John Wick 2, Chapter 2. Another good movie, and both of these copies are unopened. So that's pretty cool. I mean, most of the time you can stream all these, and then this one is not unopened. This case is actually broke, but the movie's good, the copy's good, so can't ask for much more. I should get some cases for my cases that are broke, because they don't really cost that much to get cases. Keanu Reeves, Chapter 3 of John Wick. This was an awesome movie. This had a I don't know, it just seemed like him against the world. Even the fourth one. Definitely awesome movies. Next, we have the 4 film favorites of Lethal Weapon. This is all the Lethal Weapons. And supposedly they're making another one. I'll believe it when I see it. That's the first one. Second one. Third one. And, of course, that has Joe Pesci in it. And as you see, it has Mel Gibson and Danny Glover in all of them. And then the fourth one has Chris Rock added to it, along with Joe Pesci and Rene Russo. But, yeah, if you've never seen these, it's an awesome series. Even its TV series was awesome, too. It was actually kind of sad that the two actors could not work together in the TV series, and they had to take it to a halt. And then they took out the one dude that played Briggs, and then put Sean Scott, or whatever his name is, from American Pie, Stifler, in it. And that was decent too, but then it just stopped. But it's definitely a good series. Next, we got The Karate Kid. Now, I'll tell you this right now. I do not have all the Karate Kids. I don't have the one with the girl. I have not found that one yet out in the wild. So, hopefully one day I end up finding it. Next, we got Karate Kid Part 2. Now, the Karate Kid Part 1 is basically him moving to a new town, wanting to learn karate, getting picked on, and then he ends up meeting Mr. Miyagi. The second one, I think he might go to his homeland with Mr. Miyagi, which is, I think, Japan. And Miyagi has basically an unsettled beef with his brother about something, and then that beef basically follows on with Daniel and some other guy that is trying to start trouble with him. Next, we have The Karate Kid Part 3. And it's basically, he's back to having to fight I forgot the name of the dojo. But, yeah, it's a good movie. Good third sequel, and I even like the one with the girl a lot. I just gotta find it. Next, we got the Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Excellent series, excellent movie. If you've never seen it, definitely worth watching. Next, we got Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Same cast: Johnny Depp, Orlando Bloom, Keira Knightley. And that's one thing I will say about this movie. It has an excellent cast. Even the side cast members, like the ones with not the major roles. The ones that play the pirates and stuff. Next, we got Pirates of the Caribbean at the World's End. Another excellent movie. I said that whole trilogy is pretty awesome. I think there's a fourth one too. I'm not sure, but I don't have that. Next, we have Crocodile Dundee 1 and Crocodile Dundee 2 on a double feature. And they also made another Crocodile Dundee, and I think I watched part of it, and I thought it was pretty stupid. But I don't have that one. But both of these movies are awesome, and they're kind of nostalgic to me personally. I used to watch them when I was young. Pretty cool movie. If you've never seen it, definitely suggest it. Next, we got The Transporter, the special edition, and this is with Jason Statham. Definitely awesome movie series. Then next, we got Transporter 2 with Jason Statham again, sequel. Very cool action movies. And like I said this before, Jason Statham's a solid action actor. Almost all of his movies I've seen him in, they've been stellar. Next, we got Transporter 3 with Jason Statham back at it with this one. So that is the 2 stack of movies I got for this part of my DVD collection, which is part 31. For anybody that's new, and if you made it to the end here, I guess you liked it. If you want sub, like it. And for the rest of the people that watch, thanks for watching. Till next time, peace out.